Good afternoon, YouTube and Facebook. Hi, Deanne. Right, I think everything's up and running. I shall put the screen on. Just like that. I shall zoom it in a bit because that's a long way away. There. There. Okay, here we go. Count me down. 3, 2, 1. Go. And we're off. Maybe not that fast. No, go faster than that. Right, let me get my screen back up so I can see everything. Hi, Matt and Lucy. Excuse me for the late start. As you can see, I've had to change venues because I don't think you were here the last time this kind of happened. Wet, rain is no problem at all. I can go out there in the rain because I can do it all under the parasol, even if I'm sticking out in the rain. In fact, I would rather be riding in the rain any day. Wind is not a problem because I can just make sure everything's weighted down so that cameras don't blow away and things like that. Wind and rain, bit of a problem because I can't put the parasol up in the wind because it would get smashed to pieces. And I can't let the stuff stay out in the wet because there's loads of electrical stuff. So when it's windy, which it really is at the moment, and rainy, which it definitely is at the moment, I have to come into the shed, which looks a massive shed with a wide angled lens, but it's a tiny little thing. I've got a little bit of, well, I've got that much space there, and I've got a bit more that side. I've got like that much space that side. And although it doesn't look it, the camera's about that far away from my face. That far away from the face. But it works. Keeps everything dry, keeps everything out the wind. That means I can get going. Got some good advice off James last night on Biker's Bum. And watched a few things on YouTube and things like that. So I think we can overcome that problem. I ain't to say it's not going to work today. This is the special one, this is. I'm pretty certain. Ah, right. Oh, yes, because you may need it. Chamois cream, that's what you need. You need good cycling shorts to start with. Do not get cheap cycling shorts. Do not get cheap liners. Make sure that you have good quality ones. So I'm now just going to rotate. I've got one pair on order that should be here, but it's not here yet. So hopefully that will come in the near future. And I got 1, 2, 3 liners, 3 decent pairs of shorts, and chamois, CHAMOIS cream, which can also sometimes comes in oils, liquids, roll-ons. Bitter Relief alongside that, Sudocrem, Savlon. Lovely subject for Sunday afternoon. That's it. Look it up on the internet. Google best chamois creams and then look those up on Amazon or the bike shops. Yeah, if it's sore, if it's bruising, that's okay. Get used to it. Obviously, you've got to be a bit more careful if it's blisters or if it's actually worn sore. I'll give you a demonstration on quiz night on how to apply it, okay, Diane? Not. Oh, look, it looks like a little face on the map now. The eyes moving towards the nose. It's going to ruin it in a minute when I move along a bit further. Oh, the eye's gone onto the nose now. It'll be on the end of the nose, which is not where eyes should be. Yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked from body butter. What was I going to say? Yes, it's a bit of a special stage, this one, because we're going to be crossing the Scottish-English border. And I don't want to miss it, and I can't really see much detail on my map unless I put it on the trainer, and then I won't be able to see the chap and everything like that. So I'm going to put the trainer map up for you a second, just so that you can see it a bit clearer. And then I'm going to pan out so that those of you who've got Google and all these fantastic, taking a lot of panning out to get it all the route on. Somewhere along there, you want to look at the names of the places, and then go on Google or Maps to find out roughly where on that route the Scottish-English border is. You could do me a favour and keep an eye out and let me know when we're coming up to it, because I'd like to celebrate it as well. I can't move, now that I'm on the trainer map, I can't move it up and down. When it's in the start mode or editing move, I can move the map around, and then I could sort of go in, I could do it at the beginning and look closely. But I can't do that, so I need you guys to do it for me. So yeah, I think it's this. You'll probably tell me now that we're not crossing the border at all on this route. Right, let's go back out of that. There. Lots of nice chat going on. Hi Ed. How are you this morning? No, it's not this morning. It's this afternoon. Looks some pretty savage climbs on the elevation map, doesn't it? I think it's only about 370-ish overall elevation climb. I don't know what we go up to, but it's a real dip down there. So people want to put their guesses in. More than happy to take note of those. Take yesterday's off. Oh, Ed has liked the stream. Did you like that on Facebook, Ed, or did you like that on YouTube? That'd be amazing if that was Facebook, because I changed a few settings, but I didn't do anything that I thought would bring back our wonderful YouTube alerts. It has been requested that we stop just before 4 o'clock, so that people can go and listen to what Boris has or hasn't got to say. Shame. Yeah, I thought it must be. I'm going to stop asking now. I know it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Doesn't matter. Thank you for liking it on Facebook. Yeah. So just before 4 o'clock, what will I do? What is the best thing to do? I might have to stop the stream. If the stream has stopped itself, like it's been doing lately, then I'll keep it going. I'll make the decision when we get to 4 o'clock. The main reason I'm saying that I might have to stop the stream is that Facebook only lets you stream for 240 minutes. So if we get very lucky, we don't get booted off like we keep doing, then I'd have to stop it, because depending on how long Boris is talking, it may cut off anyway. If it's cut off a few times, obviously that's meant I've had to start the stream anyway. I'll leave it running with the be back soon thing on it. And then, what can I do? Well, you'll know. When Boris and his mates have finished talking, I'll come back and we'll start the ride again. Sounds good? Is that a plan? The plan is have a cup of tea. Oh, this would be so much better actually if I could. I can't just stream in the shed because it would be extremely boring at the end of the day, and cycling shouldn't be done inside if you don't have to. But the fact that I could probably just leave everything set up, and each stream I just come in, flick the switches on the mains thing, turn the laptop on, and away we go. The reality is, this started about 8 o'clock this morning. I think. I can't remember what time I got up now. And I still didn't get everything that I wanted to. I wanted to get a transition put on it. I have a feeble attempt at one, which I'm not even going to tell you about, because you'll look at it and think, what rubbish. So I'll wait till I've got the good one on, and then I'll tell you about it when I can show off. Oh, coming up to a main road. What is that one? It's the A1. Whoa, we're getting on the A1. Apologies for my singing yesterday. The only way I could get through the pain, which it was a bit painful. If anybody develops PTSD because of it, are we willing to help towards the counselling bills and therapy sessions? I think that's only fair. And thank you, Nick, for being a complete. He's not on. He may be on. He could be on. He could be on, listening in the background. If you are, Nick, thank you for being a complete nutter. So we've got a very big climb going out of Eyemouth. What I'm guessing is our highest point. Sorry, I'm just our highest point, which is 328 feet. You go almost down to zero. So I think the overall was probably about 320. Yeah, go down to about 20 feet above sea level by the looks of it, maybe even 10. Difficult to tell. Be interesting to see what's in that big dip. I wonder if there's a lake or something there, or whether we're near the sea. Might be near the sea when we get to that point. As I said, Ed, I'm not sure whether you were on when I said it, and Anita. Hi, Anita. And hi, Chris. Should have said hi, Chris, when I said hello to the end. I'm sure he's there. We're looking out for the Scottish-English border, because I'm pretty certain, we are going to cross it today, and I may not see it on the map, because when I've got the chat bit or the OBS bit up, the map on my phone is about that big, so I definitely can't see it on that, and the map on that is actually only about that big, and it's a lot further away. So keep an eye out, give me a shout on chat, and I don't know what we'll do. cheer, sing? No, cheer. uh, I shall salute you with a cup of tea or a bottle of juice or something. Again, I haven't rung up the owners of the place that I'm staying at. It'd be nice when I can get back to doing that. Because Purdy Lodge, although it kind of sounds like a privatey one, you can tell by looking at the pictures. But I should be doing this on the phone because I set it up to do it on the phone. But you can tell, yeah, you can tell by looking at the pictures that it's kind of a looks like a franchisey type one. Apologies to the owners of Purdy Lodge if it's like a family-run business. It's just got that kind of red brick kind of look, kind of thing. Looks nice, you know, but um, I haven't rung up any of the ones that are like that. I've only rung up the sort of the family-owned ones. So when we get back to some of those, but I am trying to do it, you see, realistically. So that was the best value one around that area. I'm just going to see what the next stop off is. Yeah, you see, the next one is the Coquette Cottage. So I'll give them a ring. Well, they may not reply, but I'll give them a ring. Just give something a bit different to do. I lost my YouTube now. But oh, we got some guesses in. Oh, did I bring everything out? I brought the pads out and I didn't bring a pen out. What a plonker. What a grade A plonker. Oh well. I will catch those in the very near future. And write them down. Wow, nearly 12 miles difference between your guesses.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. By magic, my pen arrives. Right, Anita. 22.6. Ed. 34. Cool EO. And also give me a warning when we get near the 4 o'clock time as well, just in case I'm not concentrating and I don't see it. I don't want you thinking, oh, no, he hasn't stopped yet and I want to go and listen to Boris. Yeah, so give us a shout about the border if you see it, and give us a shout about Boris at the time. I will have to obviously reset the trainer like we do, you know, put it at the point we left off from, and then add the two mileages together. Oh, another tip, Deanne. Um, Liners or cycling shorts, i.e. the ones with the pads and things in. Well, the liners anyway. Yeah, and the cycling shorts with pads in, are designed to be not worn with underpants. That's another way that you'll get sore. There you go. So it's commando time. Ah, it was a nice cup of tea anyway. It's set up quite well in the shed today. I think I learnt from my mistakes from the last time. Um, give myself a bit more room around it, and like if I need to get to the camera in emergencies, I can just about do that. Good afternoon, Jojo. The devil is pretty good. My bum is not half as bad as it could have been. That's due to some good advice. Um, and and I'm all right. I didn't start early. Say technical issues. Just had a lot of things to sort out before I could get the stream up. From problems that kind of manifested yesterday. Um, uh, but I'm feeling good. If you've just come in, what I've said, or the main things I've said anyway, is that near 4 o'clock, and I said if it starts getting very close to 4 o'clock, and I haven't, you can see I haven't looked at my watch, then give us a shout on chat. Let us know. We're going to stop. I'll decide then whether I'm going to leave the stream running with the be back soon thing on it, or whether I stop the stream and then restart it. Depends on how long I think we've got left to do, how long we've been cycling, and how long the stream's been running. So, because we have 4 hours before Facebook shuts off, Facebook has a time limit on its streaming for some reason. You can have 240, 100, so it's 4 hours. So maybe okay anyway. Depends on how long Boris talks for. In fact, probably the easiest thing is to leave the stream running while Boris is on. And then when I come back, I might say, right, I'm going to turn the stream off, log on to the new one. But that's all, what's the word for it? I'm projecting at the moment. And then the second thing is, and I keep saying this, and I really hope I'm right now, I'm pretty certain on this particular stage, we cross the England-Scotland border, and I don't really want to miss that, but I can't really see it on my screen. It wouldn't really show up on the map. So if you happen to see it, or you know where it is place name-wise when we're coming up to it, give us a shout. Hello, Sean. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. What do I think? I suppose that's aimed at everybody, is it? I don't think he'll say as much as people want him to say, or certain people want him to say. I wanted to say that we're the second highest death rate at the moment, and nothing changes until we start changing, or our death rates start changing, because we know it's got the likelihood of going way over the 100,000s, especially with a second or third wave. And I don't want to see that happen. I want to see as much chance as we can of getting a vaccine sorted before we get into that kind of place. Um, uh, I think most of what he'll say is, here are some of the ideas we have. We will probably look at that in 2 or 3 weeks' time. That's what I think he'll say. And the ideas will be on sort of staged going back to work, staged exercises are being allowed out on the streets a little more. And I think all those will be kind of earmarked for a few weeks' time, depending on the figures. And then they'll look at it in 2 or 3 weeks' time on another Sunday. And we could also look, obviously, the psychological reason for doing this particular announcement on this particular Sunday was to keep as many people in over the bank holiday. Because in people's heads, if they're thinking there is going to be an announcement with maybe something on the Sunday, then they're not going to go, oh, sod it, this isn't going to be for ages, I'm just going to go out on the bank holiday anyway, whether they like it or not. Whereas if they think, oh, good, we may have an announcement and some good news for Monday, then they'll stay in over and be good over the bank holiday, which has worked, I think. So that's good. It stopped people doing naughty things, if you know what I mean. That are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. I'm not pedaling fast enough. Oh, I'll turn the battery off on the phone. Charge. Yeah. Oh, that's better. I wonder why I was down to 35%. I think there'll be a lot of plans around retail, what shops can and can't start and when and in what order they're going to. I'm not playing yet. I got told off for singing. Well, I didn't get told off for singing, but I'm uh, for those who weren't around, Nick started a game where I had to sing a lyric or a song of the word that he came up with. Good afternoon, Nick. Lady Marmalade. Yeah, I'll speak it, not sing it. Hmm. Um. Joe says it's 4. Is it 7? And I hope you're right, Joe. Let's have some confirmation on this. I don't want to stop for no reason and then have to set the program up again. Um, uh, Shut up, Joe. No, it's not a great game. um, you didn't hear my singing. I can't sing when I'm on a bike. Simple as that, basically. Um, uh, on the 12-week thing, Sean. Um, yes, I think it's a yes and no, really. I think by the time we get to 12 weeks, the lockdown rules may be a little bit different at that stage, but there'll still be lockdown rules. I think there'll be lockdown rules for a long, long time. They will just vary as it goes along. Oh, go on then. Give us some words, and I will I'll speak the lyrics slightly tunefully. Well, if it's the group name that I find the word in, then I don't have to sing anything. I haven't had any other mileage guesses, I don't think, other than Ed and Anita. I've done Marmalade already, anyway. Lady Marmalade. Yeah, that's not the tune anyway. I don't know what the tune is. Yeah. Well, you know my actual thoughts on it. Um, but theoretically, if there's no vaccine, then the death rate has to get down to 0 for at least 2 to 3 weeks before any lockdown rules are changed. If there's a vaccine, then that's very different. You can get down to 100 as long as you can find enough people employed to be trackers, which is what they want to do, isn't it? I mean, that's how most pandemics and things, that's the model you work to. Um, you can take the risky route and go down to under 100 death rate and trackers without vaccines, but you really do risk a second outbreak. And I think you need 1,500 plus trackers to if you're going for under 100. If you're going for over 100, you'd need thousands, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of trackers. It's not possible, basically. So, Joanne, false information. Okay, so I'm sure while they're going on about that conversation, it's just not looking anywhere near that point yet, is it? Um, and I think as it goes on, and as we're already starting to see um, uh, what looks like or looked like the right points to start releasing lockdown, when you look at some of the models of the other countries, actually isn't. We've got to go beyond that. So I guess I'm cycling through now, yeah? If he's speaking at 7, that's quite funny because the daily briefing is going to be a complete waste of time, really, isn't it? Because they're going to be just not answering any of the questions that anybody's asking. We'll talk about Boris will talk about that at 7 o'clock. With the answer to every single question they ask, basically. Great get out clause. That gives me time to prepare, put on my fancy dress for the quiz night then. I said, Sean, that to Deanne that I've been given some advice on special creams that you use for that saddle area, and that I'd give a free demonstration on how to apply it during the quiz night, if you will want that. As long as you all donate enough money to the charity. £1,000,000 each. Just fancy a bite of this. I don't know, what am I doing? Am I doing fancy dress? No, not really. No, that definitely not. The mask was my limit. I'd wear it for cycling, but it nearly killed me wearing it for about 30 seconds, just sat there in the quiz. Stop. Stop, stop, what? Oh! Stop, stop, stop. Oh, got a look then. Let me have a look. I've got nothing to celebrate it with. This is where the stream goes off now, isn't it? Oh, yeah, look at that. We have just crossed it. Woo-hoo. I don't know why I'm woohooing. I've enjoyed my little trip through Scotland. It'd be funny if we now go around the corner and go back into Scotland again. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Marshall Meadows Country House, Scottish border. Oh, there's a little tea room there. I'm right. I'm virtually just running back to maybe get another cup of tea at the cafe by the border. Would be nice, maybe, because I'm quite thirsty and I quite like tea. Maybe. Sounds a little Stewie off. Family Guy. A cup of tea, maybe, please. Cup of tea, yes. Thank you, Joanne. Border, 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 border. Oh, I don't know why I'm finding that so exciting, but it's cool. What can I do to celebrate it? There's nothing I can really do, is there? I mean, other than ride over it. I need to put. I can't see what you're chatting because I'm on the picture of the border now, but now I can see it. I can see it now. Stop, 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 stop. Border, border. You're at the border. I'm at the border. I'm at the border. Wash hands. Good idea, dear. Oh, that cafe owner's just run down the road after me. Grab me cup. She'll be back in a minute. Wash my hands. I could go and do that. I'll be back in 1 second. But then you have to use a tap. Just have to go out the door. Border! I've reached the border, everybody! Woohoo! There, washed in rainwater. Oh, talking of washing hands, thank you everybody for bearing with me in that weird moment. But yeah, that's That's quite cool. That means quite a lot to me, actually. I've gone the length of Scotland on a bike, even if I haven't really. Cool. Now comes the hard bit. Thank you. Welcome to England, land of my fathers. It's not, well, some of it is. Actually, no, land of my mothers. My fathers would be Wales, and my mother actually. Both. It's very, very confusing parenthood, by the way. Um, you chuck a bit of Greek Cypriot and all sorts of stuff in there. Oh, thank you. That's this is the first time I've ever had a cup of tea from the Border Cafe. Songs with border in it. You don't give up. Um, oh, songs about borders. You've got Through the Barricades, Spandau Ballet. Love that song. Uh, Under the Border Walks. Under the Border Walk. Right, come on, let's get cycling now. Now, so yes, so we're not stopping, yeah? Is that right now? Going through so that we can listen to Boris at 7 o'clock. I need to take. I keep saying I'm going to take that cough sweet, and I haven't done. That's going to be my celebration. No, I did. I had one. Must have finished it. I've actually got a bit of a cough going on. Rona. That's better. What is talking? Too much talking, not enough riding. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, first major hurdle. Songs with a border. Songs with a border. There'll be loads of kind of Irish uh, things like the Dubliners. I can't think of any. I can't think of any folk songs that have. Um, Wolf Tone is bound to have songs that got borders in. One of my favourite lines is Wolf Tone. One of Wolf Tone says, I can't remember the song's called now, about the natural gas will burn your ass and blow you all to hell. I think it's. They were rather volatile times that those songs came out, I think. Right, I got some guesses. Guesses? Got Matt and Lucy's guess, and Lucy's is. Lucy's is 25. And Matt 29.9. Right, I can get going on this now, can't I, rather than faff about. I'll still talk, obviously, but that was the major thing. And Jojo is 27.5. We've had a 27.5. I remember 27.5 before. I suppose you're bound to have similar ones. 29.9, 25. Cool. Nick and Sean are not our dear guesses. Or Deanne. Deanne doesn't very often guess, I don't think. Chris should. Chris should guess. He does maths. As long as he doesn't do Google. Bye bye Border. I'm still thinking of the Border songs, but I can't. Oh, yeah, was Wasteland, is that, I guess that's got the song Border in it, has it? The word Border. I'm trying to think whether Through the Barricades has. There are lots of songs about borders, especially obviously, the songs about sort of the Troubles. I can't think of any with the words, the actual word border. Like for instance, Through the Barricades is Through the Barricades. Gunner's song. They say both sides of the tracks. They don't say border. I have a guess from Sean. It is 25.2. 25.2. Double check that. Yes. Can anybody think of a song that's got the word border in it? Loads of songs about welcome home, coming home. Take me home. Is that a song? Sod the Scots. Sean. Racist. It's a British national anthem, isn't it? Nice one, Ed. Don't know the song. I wonder what, because that's an American or a British border. ELO's. Oh, actually, that suddenly stumped me. Oh yeah, Border Song by Elton John. Good thinking. Don't know the tune or the words, honest. This is not going down. Name a song with the word purple in. Sounds easy to start with, Ryan. I've got two guesses first of all, then you've got to go from there. Purple Rain and I Can Sing a Rainbow. Right, your turn. Any other songs with purple in it? I know another one actually. Actually, I know two other ones. Ed's coming out with loads now. I need to look some of these up because I love ELO. Quite like Elton John. Love the Eagles. And I can't remember that song. Favourite Eagles song? Favourite Eagles song would be Take It to the Limit. Favourite ELO song? Horace Wimp. Favourite Elton John song would be cool. Favourite Elton John song? Oh, Ed. I've never even thought about that one. Favourite Elton John song would be. It's not actually a song, although it does have words in. Song for Guy. I wrote my own lyrics to it. And favourite Jimi Hendrix. You just said it. Why did I not think of that? I bet none of you think of the one that I'm thinking of, though. Did you get into the British charts? Quite a while ago. Not exactly a mainstream group. There's a clue. It's a group, not a singer as such. It's a group I'd like to see. As much as I'd like to see Six the Maytals, this is another group that I'd like to see. So those of you who know me and my weird and wonderful taste may know the song. Because I've probably told you the story behind the song as well. Countless times, bored you to death. A song with the word purple. I'm going to tell you the story about the song. It may jog your memory on me talking about it, or you may be able to find out something. I don't know how you find out. Okay, so this particular singer of this group used to live with a girlfriend in an apartment, um, not in this country. I think it may have been somewhere like in Ukraine or somewhere like that. And a set of apartments, they were kind of obviously like floors. And on the bottom floor, the owner of the apartment lived. And she was a very old lady, absolutely mad as a box of frogs, apparently. Most loopy person he said he'd ever met. Um, and one thing that was special about her was she only ever wore purple, never wore any other clothes other than purple clothes. And because of that, and they got to know her and what have you, if ever him and his girlfriend were having an argument and one of them was going a bit crazy, the other one would use the expression, you might as well, and I'll leave it at that. That is the story behind the song that I'm thinking of that has the word purple in. Purple Haze, that is an absolute classic. Any of you young kids out there not heard Purple Haze, go stick it on. I think all the young kids have probably heard it more than the older kids, actually. When I mean older kids, I mean like me. Joseph's coat of many colours. I'm pretty certain in that song they pretty much name the whole song, the whole list of colours at the end of it, don't they? So that's got that purple in it. Purple. Purple. Won't be long, I guess, before we're heading towards Newcastle upon Tyne. One of the most recognisable accents in Britain. If you don't think you can do a Newcastle accent, yes you can. It's very easy. Just start off with one little phrase, well, it's literally 2 words, and you'll be able to immediately do a Newcastle accent. Just say pooper scooper and just turn it into a Newcastle accent. From that point on, you can speak with a Newcastle accent. Pooper scooper. That's it. Pooper scooper, and you're done. And then you can just carry on saying any Newcastle stuff, which I'm not going to do any further than that, because I don't want to offend any people from Newcastle who are watching this stream. I can't do a Yorkshire accent, and I come from Yorkshire. That's the weirdest thing ever. I lost my accent, and now every time I try and do a Yorkshire accent, I think it sounds absolutely horrendous. Mind you, I came from York, and York is very kind of BBC Yorkshire. It's not exactly broad. Coming up to a river. A very wide river. I think. I wonder if this is the one where we take ferry. No, it's just a bridge, I think. The River Tweed. I imagine that's got maybe its name, or the cloth got its name from the mills alongside the river that made a certain type of cloth. You can't get back to it that way. It's all gone quiet on chat. Because I nearly sang. Run for the Hills. There's a song title. Well, Run to the Hills. Now to do a little mop job, I've got a tiny little puddle developing in the shed because I can't really have the door closed because I've got a wire going out of that into the house for the Ethernet. So I have to get a little cloth. It's not drastic. Oh, you're having a roast. We were going to have a roast, but pain in the arse me does this cycling thing, and it just wasn't really, there wouldn't have been enough time I don't think between finishing cycling and uh, the quiz to have a roast. And if you have it after the quiz, it'd be far too late. So we are possibly going to have a Monday roast. And why not? Open the door up actually. Stopped blowing now, so I could actually be out there in the rain under the parasol, because I think it's probably actually it's still a little windy. Yeah, the parasol does not like the wind. Ow. Roast chicken, chili. Who's doing the quiz tonight? Is it Rach and Tom? Joe does loads of quizzes, I think. Quizaholic. Not straight on my saddle. That's better. Thought it was. Oh, the wind's back again. Joe did the quiz last night, quiz tonight, and then a family quiz tomorrow night. That'll be too many for me. One a week's really nice. Quite looking forward to Tom and Rachel's quiz. It's the long and the short of it. Save the arguments, eh? Yeah. Yeah. It's bad enough with the families not being able to see each other. If you end up with the families not talking to each other, then it's even worse, isn't it? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm on Deanne's side. Meat and potatoes, roast meat and the roast potatoes, all the roast bits, all the crackling, anything roast that's meat, all carbs. Not saying I don't like a vegetable, but they're kind of just there to add flavour to the roast potatoes, really, aren't they? It's better. Have a look at the screen. Obviously, my head's not looking at the camera, so it's weird because you're kind of looking at a picture of you, but your head's to the side like that. Which reminds me of drumming. Because when I used to drum, never used to look when I was drumming. I'd always drum like that, basically. Hated looking forward when I was drumming. I didn't used to drum like that, by the way. Well, that would be very silly if I drummed like that. Wouldn't be very tuneful. And I'd be missing the drums by about a foot, basically, wouldn't I? Yorkshire puds. Yeah, definitely. I think you'll find that Ed will agree with you there. Deanne on the crackling as well. He's in the crackling club. The last two pork joints that we've had, I have impressed myself in my crackling. I think I'm starting to really get the hang of it now on that. I've enjoyed that so much. And each time I thought about Ed, I thought, oh, it'd be so nice if I just save a bit for him and take it round. Ed's quite partial to a bit of crackling, to say the least, I think. Oh, let's see. Oh, just have a little stretch. I have just done 11.9, so not too bad. This is definitely not anywhere near sore. You kind of get the ache, you know, like you can, not. I don't know if you class it as bruising, but it's true, Ed, absolutely true. And I've found a way since lockdown, um, because of this new thing we're getting into of recycling and having, you know, having one meal, freezing or fridging it, and having it the same meal a bit later on. I've found a way of re cooking crackling. Normally, when I used to do crackling, because I've tried it before, when you have it the second time around, it's nowhere. It's not nice. Um, but doing it, and it is just divine. And it, I don't know, it kind of becomes much easier to eat. So it's still crunchy, but it's not like so tough that you think you're going to break a tooth, kind of thing. It's almost like a crackling version of pork scratchings, kind of thing. Um, These shirts make me look as though I've got. I mean, I have got a tummy, but it's not as big as that. It's. I want to. Is it? Mm. Not very flattering. That's for certain. These shirts. Not that I am the thinnest person in the world, but yeah, you get that. Oh, it's because I've got the band there, hasn't it? Makes it look as though I've got like a there, or is it? It's just a little hump there, and then makes your man boobs stick out as well. Lovely. What a view for you lot. Stay in this position. You can't see it so badly then. Just let the shirt hang down and hide everything. What shall I? Is it? What's it supposed to be with stripes? Is stripes are supposed to be better for if you got a tummy, or are they supposed to be worse? I'm not sure. All you fashion people, you can tell me. The stripes accentuate or hide? Yorkshire puds filled with gravy and then crackling. That'll do for me. And then just a little bit of everything else. Just fill the plate with Yorkshire puds and crackling, and then a bit of everything. Did you watch Cell? I know probably not many of you others did. I know Deanne likes her horror. Did you watch Cell on Horror Channel last night? It's quite a freaky. And we didn't realise it's a Stephen King film. Well, Stephen King book. Yeah, bet he would. Man after my own heart. But not in that way. Although he is touting a very sexy beard at the moment. You got lockdown beard, Ed? I know you've grown. You can grow a pretty decent beard, can't you? Oh, he got up and down that dip all right. Didn't seem any problem at all, did it? That downhill for a bit now. Looks a bit like we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, though, doesn't it? Cottage of some sort. Ah, a go-to. Not allowed to. Linda doesn't like hairy people. Well, so obviously she likes hairy people, as in she wouldn't go, I ain't gonna be friends with him. He's got a beard. She doesn't like me being hairy. Deanne said I should grow it and she wouldn't notice, but I think she might, and she's probably listening. Is that a goatee with or without moustache? I'm gonna have to change the title, I think, when I upload, well, it uploads automatically, but I have to edit it once it's uploaded. Um, I was doing a lot of editing last night because I was kind of behind on it because of the amount of dropouts that we had, and then I've got to put all those together. So if you went on my channel at the moment, you'd see that there's about 6 pieces of stage 15 and 4 pieces of stage 17, and that's because I've done the pre-editing of those, and then I have to wait for those to be approved by, so they're kind of in the approving stage by YouTube, which takes a day sometimes. With, yeah, I like that. I've had that format before. Sorry, when I said with suddenly, I meant Ed. I was referring to Ed saying that he's has got a goatee with moustache, which is a good look. Yeah, so and then once they've all been approved, then I then have to download them onto the hard drive and put them into a video editing program, so I can splice all the bits together. Then they go back up to YouTube, so upload it back to YouTube, which they have to be then approved again, which is a bit silly, but that's because it recognises it as a different video. So suddenly those 4 or 5 parts become one video. Once that is then approved, I then have to add just a little bit on the end of it, and then that gets approved again. Once all that's done, then I can delete all the 4 or 5 little pieces, and it'll just be left with the one video. If anybody wants to watch it later on or in the future, it's a much easier watch, and you don't have all the bits in between where everything's, or the bits at the beginning where it won't start and all that kind of stuff. Which is why you probably see you won't be having 20 or 10, 20, 30 minutes of hassle at the beginning trying to get things running. Once it all is up and running, go, well, welcome to the stream, because then I can cut it from that point and get rid of all the rest of it and save people half an hour of heartache of watching a load of rubbish. Well, not that the rest of it's brilliant, it's just somebody riding a bike, but it is what it is. Well, I wouldn't say we're halfway yet, but we're well on the way. Touch wood, I'm going to regret saying this, no dropouts yet. Maybe some of my little tweaking might have helped. I doubt very much we'll ever not have any dropouts, just by the nature of what the internet, even on normal times, is like around here in our wonderful world of Wiltshire. We don't have the most the greatest internet in the world. Sorry, just stretching the legs out a little bit. Oh, I just nudged the charger on my phone. Just trying to bit more aware, I think, just because of the trouble I had yesterday, of making sure my sit bones are right on that saddle and not moving either way. And again, touch wood, it seems to be making a big difference, along with the other bits. So I'm glad. Still, it hurts, but it's not sore, if you know what I mean, which is good. Don't mind hurt. Well, it's not, sorry, it doesn't, no, I don't like the word hurt. It's painful, but it doesn't hurt. And the more I do, the less painful it'll get. I always have this saying, especially with my thing, my condition, um, that I don't mind pain as long as it doesn't hurt. Well, what I kind of mean by that is, if there's pain but it's not actually doing any damage, then I can live with that, I can work with that kind of thing. The thing that always worries me more is the pain that does damage. So if you know that it's just pain, then you kind of find a way around it, don't you? If it's doing damage, then obviously you've got to do something else as well. You have to take action. And that's the case with this. If it's hurting, but it's not actually making it's not making you sore, it's not creating blisters, it's not creating infection or anything like that, then job's a good one. Yeah, I was just looking on YouTube for advice and things like that. Unfortunately, alongside of, I suppose it's the same, isn't it? When you think you've got a medical condition or something like that, and you look it up on YouTube, you get the advice, but alongside looking at the advice, you also have to end up reading several horror stories as well. It's like that on like some of the biking forums and things like that. You get, oh my god, please not me. But remember to drink when I've got the door open here, because there's a lovely cold breeze coming in, which is quite nice. But it's kind of good in one way, but it also kind of makes you, because you're not getting so hot, you forget to drink. Well, I've had this and 2 cups of tea. Keep your liquids up. Yeah, so basically what I don't want to be doing when I'm riding a bike is to go this basically. You see me going like that. I'll probably go like that when, as you start, your form starts going, I suppose, doesn't it? Like in any kind of athletic sport, as you get tired, but you kind of want to be just the legs going up and down, top of the body staying as straight as possible. Less movement, less friction. Rocked myself out of position then. I should probably have a little minute break in a second or two, Well, not a second or two. When should I do it? I was going to say try and get to 20, but that's probably going a bit far. I'm going to get to 17. I'm not going anywhere. Just literally get off the bike and stand up for a minute, just to give things a rest. And I just have to tap the pedals every now and again. Beginning of this, I was feeling like I needed a rest at 5 miles. So if anybody's out there who's new to this, I see we've got a few people watching at the moment. Just drop a hello in the chat. It's probably going to be people that I recognise the names of anyway. And if it's not, introduce yourself. Say who you are or how you've come across this stream. Ignore my fat tummy. And just, yeah, say hello. Everybody who's on this stream are mega friendly people. They've all got a word to say, and it's always a friendly, kind one. Sometimes it's a mickey-taking one, as far as it is concerned to me, and that's good, because that's what I respond to. Come join in. And if you just want to watch for now, that's good. And if you want to watch, maybe join in the next one and have a chat. That's good. We do it every day except for Friday. And the weekdays will be 5:30-ish. It sometimes takes a little bit of setting up this, because obviously it has to be outside. Having said that, we're inside at the moment, which takes even more setting up, trying to fit this into a shed. But yeah, 5:30-ish on a weekday and 2 o'clock-ish on a weekend. I suppose in theory I should have done 2. Oh no, we didn't do. I was going to say I should have done 2 o'clock on a Friday, but I wasn't riding on a Friday. That was my day off. It's my first time I did a day off, and it was well worth it. Although I was actually suffering a bit on yesterday anyway. But I think that's just one of those things. Some days are good ones and some days are bad ones, and you just have to take it as it is. And that could be physically, technically. Camera's usually fairly alright, unless I have the day that I dropped it. Pardon me. So I don't know what we're going to have for tea now, actually. We're not having a roast chicken. We're going to have to think of something simple. We've got to be over halfway now. That's definitely over halfway, isn't it? Yeah. I can't do it like that. It's too close. Yeah, I never took a look, did I, at what scenery was around us in that very low dip. Never mind. I'm sure if it's something spectacular, we would have spotted it anyway. Oh yeah, definitely. That's going to happen anyway. Um, Linda's been we've been having the mint chocolate chip, but I've now got a craving for the Eton Mess one. How much of that unicorn one did you eat last Friday? Oh, I have to admit we had half a tub at a time, so basically quarter of a tub each. So it lasted for two goes. It's just too nice. Oh, you were very good then. Oh, we're coming alongside a little town of some sort. Oh, right, so you skimped on that one then. Did it? Well, the unicorny one. I did quarter, I think. Or did I? Uh, there's a lot anyway. It was more than the recommended daily intake of ice cream. Yeah. Vitamin I C or vitamin I. Yeah, that was my dream. No, the dream would be the whole tub to myself. That'd be my ideal meal. I could, well, not my ideal meal. One tub of ice cream and one tub of fake ice cream. Be my challenge. It was a very small town. Went past that quite quick. Got a little lake in the middle of it. I think it might not be a town. I think it might be like a little forest or something because it's all green. That makes sense. I don't think I was in a very good mood this morning. I'll apologise publicly to Linda. It wasn't like snack or anything like that. I think I was just quite grumpy. Um, Just trying to get stuff sorted out. Yeah, mashed potato. Right, 17. I'm just going to get off the bike for a minute. I'm not going anywhere. Although I might try and find a cloth to wipe up the water. Where's that grubby cloth that I use for my bike for the oily bits? That'll be around here somewhere. Oh, that feels nice to get off the saddle. So I'm going to get off. You'll see me kick the pedals around every now and again. I'm not cheating. I'm just doing that to keep the sensors from not turning off, he says. Right, so there's a... Oh, I know where it is. I've used it, but I don't need it anymore because I don't think I'll need to get to the camera until I finish. I used it. There. To get the wire out of the way. Put that up there. And then I can use this down here. Right, stand on that. Move the pedals around. Multitasking, I am. It's the woman in me. Don't know what I'm doing. Is that what I normally do when I do any cleaning? Probably not. Look at that. I think it's actually stopped raining anyway, so that shouldn't get any worse. Just give the pedals a kick and then I'm going to take my gloves off so I can wring that rag out. There we go. I can put that over there, help it dry out a bit. Put the gloves back on. Just make sure that cloth wasn't too smelly. I don't want to make my gloves smelly. Oh, fingers. So I could do giving these a wash. It's the only pair I got. I've got a pair of gloves that have been on order since the beginning of this because I knew I'd need 2 pairs and they haven't arrived. To look into that. Tinter that. I don't want to get back on yet. I just want to stretch. Oh, it looks like my legs disappear. Whoop, that one's gone. Whoop, that one's gone. I can't do both of them at the same time. No, I'm not even going to try. I was going to try, and then I decided that'd be a really stupid idea. Are you ready? If you're ready, I'm ready. Not enough room in here. It's a homage to Lucy. Not quite to that standard, obviously, but nearly, you know. I'm getting there, I'm sure. Right. Linda, now you are dreaming. I've put a special order in with Michelle when she does a shopping trip. Get us a tub of ice cream, don't tell Linda. Sneak it up to the bathroom and eat it by myself. Ah, you remember now, Deanne? I'm hoping you've still got Facebook chat on here. I think you have. I think it's just that nobody's actually on Facebook watching this. Well, there's probably possibly people on Facebook watching this. They're just not chatting. Funny symbol on my phone. What does that mean? Ah, I see. There's a funny symbol. It looked like a shopping trolley, but it's the Streamlabs, because Streamlabs is now connected to my phone, because that basically means that I can turn that off. I need to move it somewhere more convenient. So, see, on Streamlabs now, I can run the program or do things in Streamlab much quicker than having to sort of reach over like that. You know, so if I wanted to be back soon, it could be. We'll go back to that because there's no microphone on that one. And that kind of thing. I can show you the bed and breakfast. There is a microphone on that one, just so you can see what the bed and breakfast, except it's not a bed and breakfast, this one. It's lodge. It looks quite nice. I guess it's a franchise one, which is why I didn't ring them up. It's got a swimming pool. Cool. It's got a bar. I can't see any ice cream there, but I'm sure they will serve it. Bedrooms look nice. And I can go between the things a lot easier, so I can just go on full camera like that if I want to. Or you can have a look at the full trainer if you want. So, there. Oh no, I've still got microphone on that one. Yeah, it just makes life a lot easier. I can start and stop streams from here as well. I don't think I'd attempt to start one there. It's difficult enough starting it on the computer, but at least when we finish tonight, I don't have to reach across like that when I say goodbye. I can go bye bye, and so on and so on. Yeah, so that makes life a little bit easier for me when I'm doing some bits and pieces like that. At the moment, I'm just riding, but I need to move that over onto the first screen because that would make life a lot easier, which is this bit here. And then I'm not looking like that, I'm more looking like that. And I should do more of that. I should be more looking like this as I'm riding, because that's who I'm talking to. You guys. There. Not there. There. Fuffy, fuffy, fuff. So I can't tell. It's on the YouTube. I know that there's 3 viewers. Whereas on the Facebook one, I can't tell how many people or if anybody's watching, which is okay. Is it important? No. Be nice to know. I just have to do it. Is anybody watching on Facebook? I know the answer. I can't see the stream. I just had the stream up on it. Oh, crikey, that sounded a bit. And now it's gone. Now it's gone. There we go. Go back to that. Pages. Right. Oh, okay. We'll go out of that. We'll close all. And I'll go back onto YouTube. Because that's where you all are at the moment. Hello everyone. Well, all 4. Oh. Oh, let's push this past 20. Once we get past 20, no stopping you. Just wondering what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Whether I'm going to be pretty much leaving some of this stuff in here. Obviously not necessarily the electrics, but the general setup. Some car stuff on that shelf there that I want to get down to my garage, because then I can put the plant pots back up there and there's a bit more space. I could leave the tripod almost where it is then. I can get rid of some of that stuff. Nobody answered me about the stripes. Deanne and Linda and Joe, you're all ladies, so you know about colours and clothes and stuff. Us men don't know nothing. Do stripes help you if you're fat or not? They help you look thinner, is what I'm asking. And which way round would that be? Because you've obviously got stripes go that way or stripes go that way. I know that there is a theory behind it, but I don't know what the theory is. Oh, oh, I think the polarized filter that's supposed to go with this lens has actually arrived. A bit late, the lens has already arrived, but at least it's come now. Yeah, it's supposed to be a polarized filter with that lens. There wasn't one. Which might help with the glare when we're outside in the beautiful sunshine it isn't at the moment. Ah, not that I need it now in here. I don't think we have any sun problems here. Yeah, a little thing came up on the bottom of my screen saying your package has arrived. My package is sat on the saddle feeling sorry for itself. Thank you, Mrs. Macaroni. It's actually getting a little bit cool now. It's quite nice. It's blowing around the knees to cool them down a bit. A little stretch at 20. I'm rocking, I shouldn't be rocking. That's better. Grass on me. Maybe elusive gloves have arrived, probably not. I think they might have got lost in the wilderness of package land. Anybody know the theory of polarization? Chris should know. Chris should know a bit of sciencey stuff. What is polarized light? Why is it a problem in photography? And what benefits does it have? Or what benefits does a polarized filter have? How? How does it do what it does? Answers on a postcard, or answers in chat. It'll probably be a very long chat. I've asked quite a lot of stuff there. "20 miles. 20 miles. One man went to mow a meadow. One man, two man, they still went to mow a meadow." Ay, 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 ay. Mm. Ah, it's the 4 o'clock announcements. Very long straight road, isn't it? Although hilly. Well, it's not that hilly actually. slip to gear then. I don't know if anybody's realised who's been on the stream from the start. Over 20 miles and no dropouts. Well, I'd be quite happy with that. If we got one dropout every ride, I mean, obviously I'd be really happy if we had none. But yeah, we shall have to see how it goes. See around that dreaded 6-7 o'clock time on an evening whether we start losing internet then. Just hide my tummy going like that. Give my arms a rest, my hands. Don't do that, that'll hurt your bum. Ooh, they're tight. Tight upper arms. Very. Getting to the sweaty bit now. Liquid, liquid, liquid. Easy. Walk in the park. Piece of cake. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh. Hello, back again. Oh, thank you very much. Linda's just taken my mug. which means she's either going to Jan's put a piece of cake there. She's either going to throw my mug in the bin and never make me a cup of tea again, or she's going to make me a cup of tea. I hope it's the second one. Yeah, I saw. I recognise a piece of cake anywhere, however small it is on my screen. All uphill from now on. Well, slight, tiny downhills, but pretty much all uphill. Right. Just suddenly remembered I got to remember to ring up the hospital tomorrow. Got to remember to ring the hospital tomorrow. Find out about blood tests. I see, Diane, you shared the face masks, the nose above the face mask thing. I'm glad you did. I was going to share it myself, but the one that we got came through, you couldn't share, because that really does make me angry. Especially when you see in professionals doing it in the care community who should know better. You see a shop assistant doing it or something like that, it's a little bit different, you know. But yeah, don't wear your mask with your nose outside it. Just don't wear a mask if you're going to do that. There's no blooming point. So, and Deanne put one up, which basically kind of said, wearing your mask with your nose outside it is the same as wearing your underpants with your willy outside it. And that's true. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Matt's back. He's back. He's back. It was. And it says something like the amount of times, because I keep seeing people on television with their wearing masks with their nose outside, and I shout at the television. For those that don't know, I do teach infection control, so it's kind of like one of the, what are you doing? If I saw one of my colleagues doing that, I would not be impressed. I think all of my colleagues have far more common sense than that. I wouldn't like to label any of them in the realms of doing that. They all have a good amount of intelligence and common sense. It shocks me at the people that do it though. Although I don't think it would go down well if you saw somebody at work doing it and flopped it out over your underpants and said, is that better now? We're all doing it? I think you might get the sack. Oh, you've been sweating a bit now. But we're on the home straight. Not very well. It is actually. The road itself is very straight in the lefty-righty way. Not so straight in the uppy-downy way. Those are technical terms, by the way, just in case anybody didn't know. Look them up in the manual and you'll find out what they mean. Get those. Got to put your seat bones in the right place, and then you're all right. Oh, that's not the right place. That's it. No, that's not the right place. That's the right place. No, it's not the right place. That is. Oh. This road just hardly has any bends at all, although I think it is the A1, isn't it? Which is virtually a motorway. It's a motorway without the lanes. I'm so much more aware when I'm doing the wrong thing now, but that's good because that will save me. So, uh, or when I'm sort of sat slightly wrong. Oh, the glass is steamed up then. That's what makes it worse. No sunglasses today. Another little mini rest at 25 just to get me home, unless 25 is home. I don't think it is. Ah. Thank you very much. Cup of tea. I must remember I need to pop an email. I think now that we've passed the Scotland-England border, pop an email to the Salvation Army charity department. Thank them for their support. Not a dicky bird. But it's the ones at the ground level, not the ones at the upper level. Just to let them know where we are at the moment. We're still here and pedalling. And if they want to join in, feel free to. We are here, pedaling. We ain't going away, because we can't, because the bike's not going anywhere. We'd like to go away, but we can't. I can only move it as far as I can carry it. Yeah, I have to say, yeah, a little bit disappointed, but on both levels for that, um, local and national. But won't stop me carrying on, won't stop me trying to raise the money, because I know what good it will do. There are some pretty amazing people in the Salvation Army, that's for certain. Especially at that level. The work that the some of the support workers and the frontline workers, the outreach workers and things like that, the work that they put into their jobs is above and beyond all the time. You meet very few. I mean, obviously, all businesses' jobs have the odd people like that, but yeah, I've met some pretty amazing, dedicated people in my job. Met some pretty amazing, dedicated people through my job as well, on the other side of the line. Some very brave, courageous people. Ho, 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 hey, ho, ho, ho. Oh, nearly up to 25. I have a little mini break. Shake my legs, rest my bum, to get my breath back. Breath is not a major issue in this kind of cycling, is it? It's the steady, it's the kind of, it's just keeping, what's the endurance, that's the word for it. That does actually remind me, there is a certain gentleman I need to get in touch with, I think. A certain go-getter, dynamic man who will help with this cause. He kind of is heading up the Friends of Gloucester House. He will definitely actually take some action. Turn a few gears. Not just sit on the saddle. Imagine if I did it in this one. That would not work, would it? Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go from John Mount Groats to Land's End. I don't know what to do at this point. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, yes! Pedal! like crazy. Yes, one of the many amazing people. I just thought, that's good. Thinking out loud there. Must get in touch with him. Just to say hello as well, because he's a good friend. Um, see how he and his wife is. Um, I wish I could say his name, because he's a very nice bloke, but I haven't had his permission, so I won't until I speak to him. I'll say one thing. He's got the same initials as you, Deanne. But his first name's not Deanne, that's for certain. Well, his second name, the first half of it, is it? Yeah, that's as much clues as you're getting. Oh, I've gone past 25. That's good. That's 4/10 that I don't have to do when I get back on my break. Right, I'm just getting off for a second. Oh, just stretch everything and kick the door. I wanted to do that. What am I doing? I don't know. Hello. Somebody's saying hello on WhatsApp, I think, in a group, a Zoom group. Yeah, a double D. Can't beat a double D, can you? Imagine if you'd married him. At least you got a C in amongst your D's. Oh, I thought I'd lost it then. I was looking at the 0 on the power not coming up. And oh no, because I suddenly realised I hadn't turned the pedals over. Oh, right. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. No. There, that'll do. Can't beat a jiggle. Double D, yeah. Sorry. I was thinking a different kind of double D then. Nearly there. We are. Let's have a little break to get up that hill. It's been a good one. Obviously, it's not quite as long as the last one. I'm pretty certain of that, unless this next stage is going to last about 9 miles, which I don't think it is. And I'm feeling a lot less in pain than I did yesterday. And that's good in a way, because I thought, oh, I don't want to get to that stage. Joe's back. Get to that stage where I'm going to have to take a break to recover. So I think I think we're back on track. I hope. I'll let you know later how I feel. Joe's back. She's back. I have to stop myself looking now, aren't I? It's like one of those things when somebody says something. Oh, right, we've got to check now. Eyes up top. His wife's not a double D either. Just like you, he's a very, very nice person. So obviously that's something about double Ds. They're all nice people. Apparently, double D, it's on record that you're married to a CD. Boom, boom. Well, according to the bottom line, we're nearly there, but I can't see a finish line yet. Are we going to get to the end without any interruptions? Surely not. Surely it's going to break up just before we get to the end like it did last night. This would be unprecedented. That's a word not used very often at the moment, isn't it? Not. 26.5 with a little bit to go. Make sure I get it right. See who's close and who's not. This is Joe. Oh, Joe's a mile off it at this point. No, she's 0.9 off it now. And getting closer, not further away, because she's 27.5. Sean is then, I think, the next nearest with 25.2. And he's already more than a mile away. So, with 27.5, Joe is going to be the winner of the mileage game. Sean would be next nearest with 25.2. Lucy with 25. A little bit further, and Matt could have been in the reckoning. Oh, hang on. No, yeah. Matt was 29.9 cents, yeah. Anita was 22.6 and Ed was 34. So, well done, Joe. You get to do a quiz tonight and probably every other night this week. Here we come up to the last little bit. There we go. We have hit. We have. We're there. Purdy Lodge. There isn't a road up from that bit, so that's why we'll have to walk from there. But we walk past a little cafe. So that'd be good. Although I just finished a cup of tea, I wouldn't mind another one. Right. I will leave you guys to go and do what you want to do this evening. I'll be seeing some of you in the quiz. And I guess most of you are going to be watching old Boris on TV tonight, see what he has to say. I'm sure we can talk about that tomorrow, if that's what you want. If not, we'll talk about British things like the weather and things. Yeah. Thank you for staying with me for this one. Yes, we have got to the end with not a single break up or drop out, as they call it, apparently. So that was really good. Whether that's down to anything that I've done on the stream, I don't know. But I'm glad that we've managed it in one go. Joe, you won. I just said. Well done, whoever won. You did. 27.5, closest. You were 0.6 away. Everybody else was more than a mile away. Yeah. If you want to, that's not very good, is it? Stop saying that. Just got to say the next sentence without saying ums and ers. So, hopefully, if you would like to join us tomorrow, I will be streaming round about 5:30. I hope it will be dead on 5:30, but there's sometimes issues. Come and join us, and I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, everybody. Love in abundance. Stay safe. Peace out.